Watch the Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV 23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV 23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi everyone and welcome to High Plains Today right here on TV 23. Today is Friday, July 31st, 2015. On today's show, we'll be joined by entertainment correspondent Adam Jewell from Chicago. Now let's take a quick look at news around the area, nation, and the world. Well, two zoos are in the running for potentially taking Lee Richardson Zoo's aging elephants. While no final decision has been reached about the future for Missy and Kimba, the process of finding them a new home has been narrowed to two possibilities: the Henry Doorly Zoo in Omaha and the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado Springs. The search for a new home for the elephants resulted from an evaluation of the elephants' futures early this year, driven mostly by their age. Now, Missy is 46 and Kimba is 33. Police arrested a 26-year-old Garden City man last Friday morning who they say raped a 13-year-old girl. Felix Javier Asaro is suspected of kidnapping, rape of a child under the age of 14, burglary, and electronic solicitation of a child. Garden City Police Sergeant Bill Powers said officers were called to St. Catherine Hospital last Thursday about a possible rape of a child. Now, Powers said because of the nature of the allegations, the age of the girl, and to protect the girl's identity, he couldn't provide much more information about the investigation. Osorio is being held on a $500,000 bond at the Finney County Jail. The oil and gas industries offer seemingly limitless employment opportunities, but job seekers must do more than simply fill out an application and show up for work. Safety training provided through Business and Industry at Seward County Community College Area Technical School can give future employees an edge when they apply for the job. Now, ETC Safeland USA Orientation, a one-day course set for August 5th, provides an overview of basic safety policies and procedures. The class provides basic training many oil and gas operators and producers require in order to work on a well site. Now, the course will be from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wednesday, August 5th, and the course fee is $90. Now, you can contact the college for details. And Adventure Bay Water Park in Liberal will have the last day of its regular daily schedule from 1 to 7 p.m. on Sunday. After Sunday, the pool will be open only on weekends from 1 to 7 p.m. up until Labor Day. Governor Sam Brownback has issued $62.6 million in budget cuts and fund transfers to shore up the state's cash reserves. Now, the biggest cut will come from the State Children's Health Insurance Program, which provides affordable health insurance to low-income families. The program will see its state funding reduced by $17.6 million. However, that will be offset by an equal increase in federal aid made possible through the Affordable Care Act. The state will also sweep $8 million from the Kansas Department of Transportation. Budget Director Sean Sullivan said that this was money from the department's operational budget that went unspent last year and would not affect any of its construction projects. And defense lawyers for James Holmes made one more appeal for mercy Thursday, urging jurors to consider mental illness in his sentencing, even though they rejected his insanity claim when they convicted him of murdering 12 people and trying to kill 70 others at a Colorado movie theater. The 9 women and 3 men unanimously agreed that the 2012 attack was cruel enough to justify the death penalty. Now, if they decide death remains an option, they will next hear from victims and survivors before deliberating his sentence. And a University of Cincinnati police officer fatally shot a motorist during a traffic stop, pleaded not guilty yesterday to murder charges, and was ordered jailed on $1 million bond. Now, people in the courtroom erupted into cheers and clapped when Officer Ray Tensing's bond was set at $1 million. Tensing is charged with the murder in the July 19th shooting of Samuel DeBose of Cincinnati, who was stopped for not having a front license plate. And That's kind of a look at things that are going on around the nation and the world. We'll be back with weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here. At all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 Here and here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back as we look to the northeast on the TV 23 tower cam. You can see it's cloudy. Let's take a look at what's going on out there as we speak. As you can see, it's 76 degrees. The relative humidity is a sticky and thick 86%. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 3, and the barometric pressure is steady. Taking a look at the radar around the area, you can see we've got a lot of showers, especially down in the southern parts of the viewing area along the Kansas and Oklahoma line. Everything is pretty much moving off to the east-southeast. There's nothing really severe in this weather at all. Looking at the current temps around the area, you can see the hot spot is 84 in Hayes. They're enjoying some sunshine. 81 at Medicine Lodge, 79 in Pratt and Dodge City. Everybody else in the mid-70s to upper 60s. Looking at the current dew points out there, this will tell you why the current humidity is so high, because the dew points are so high that we're looking at 70 in Garden City, 66 in Liberal, everybody pretty much in the 70s and mid-60s for dew points. Looking at the current wind speeds out there, everybody is pretty much out of the west-southwest, but this line of thunderstorms ahead of it, there's pretty much no wind out in front of that. As you can see that there is pretty much calm winds in Dodge City, Pratt, and Medicine Lodge. Looking at yesterday's highs and lows, 84 in Garden City at the regional airport for a high yesterday, 66 for the low. You can see the record back in 1980 was 105, and the low cleared down to 49 degrees back in 1971. Looking at our forecast coming up today, it's going to be 88 degrees. Clouds are going to roll out of here eventually. Winds will be out of the south-southeast at 7 miles an hour. And then tonight, we still have a chance of storms sticking around 20%, 67 degrees. Winds will still be out of the south at about 11 to 10 miles an hour. For tomorrow, we're talking 85. Maybe some storms early on, but probably not. going to be partly sunny. Winds will still be out of the south. And then tomorrow night, 20 degrees cooler, 65 degrees for the low. Partly cloudy. Winds will still be out of the south-southeast. Looking at our 7-day, you can see that we've got the rain in there today. Not so much for tomorrow. There is a chance going into the first part of next week, and you can see the temperatures are going to start climbing after Sunday as we get into the mid-90s. Lows are still going to be in the upper 60s and lower 70s. That's a look at our weather for now. We'll be back with markets right after this.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
There's something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV 23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kbgltv.com.
This is the place.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
And welcome back on this Friday afternoon. And if it's Friday, that means that we'll be joined by our entertainment correspondent, Mr. Adam Jewell, live via Skype from Chicago. How are you?
I'm doing great. And you forgot Guru.
We're going to see, we'll get a few more segments into this process before we label you entertainment guru, okay?
Fine.
All right. Okay, we got three things we're going to talk about today. The first of those being wet, hot American summer, first day of camp. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that.
All right. Well, what it is, it's bringing back from a movie that took place in 2001 called Wet, Hot American Summer. And that takes place on the last day of camp in 1981, where a bunch of camp counselors, unfinished business, and dealing with romance, things like that, and just wild and crazy. And it satirizes the whole 1980s movie genre of the camp movie. And the beginning, the movie itself, it had stars before they were stars. Paul Rudd, Bradley Cooper, Amy Poehler, Elizabeth Banks, people like that. And they brought them all back and then some for this 8-episode series on Netflix.
Okay, I was going to ask you. So this series is available on Netflix. And so when does it come out?
Today.
Okay, so it starts today on Netflix. Okay. All right, so this is kind of a takeoff on the movie that came out back in the early 2000s, and they've made it into an 8-part series. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yes, and what they did was they brought everyone back. So Paul Rudd, Amy Poehler, Bradley Cooper, they're all back, and then some. They brought in John Hamm, who plays an assassin who is sent by Ronald Reagan to assassinate two camp counselors. So
that sounds believable. That sounds real believable. Okay, all right. So since it just starts today, we'll check back with you and see how that progresses over the summer. Now, the next thing that we want to look at is the next big blockbuster that's going to come out, and it starts, I don't know, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, is that correct?
Yes, and that also just came out today. And once again, it's more of Tom Cruise running around being a 50-year-old man trying to be 30, essentially. But I don't know. It's getting some good reviews, and what's impressive about it is, once again, they're taking the stunts and making them real. There's been a lot of online viral videos of a giant plane stunt where he's holding on to the side of the plane, where he's actually holding on to the side of the plane.
Okay,
That's pretty impressive.
I saw that. He actually did that stunt hanging on the side of a C-130 cargo plane or whatever it was, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they strapped him in. He did it 8 times.
Oh, they had to have 8 takes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm thinking by the 8th one that he wasn't then too upset about having to hang on to the side of a plane at how many ever 1,000 feet. Okay, so I can tell by the tone of your voice that you're not a big Tom Cruise fan, so you're not really too wild about this movie?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably end up seeing it, but I'll probably go to the cheap $6 theater here in Chicago and a matinee, so when it's not as busy. But I don't know, Tom Cruise, I don't know with Tom Cruise, he does some good things, and then just
okay. You can't fault the guy for doing his own stunts, being 50 years old or whatever, and I mean, there's always a lot of action in these Mission Impossible movies.
True. But I will say, I will go see him in Top Gun 2.
Okay. Yeah, that came out way back when you were a little kid. I remember that. You and your older brother used to watch that nonstop back when it was on VHS, and you kind of wore that baby out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and you can still, I know, you can still quote lines from that movie. You don't have to, but I know you can. All right. The third and final movie we're going to look at is another kind of like in the Mission Impossible type deal, where it is a takeoff on previous movies. And this is the new vacation movie, simply titled Vacation?
Correct.
Okay.
What's different is the Griswolds are back, and he's just trying to give his family a great vacation again. But this time, it's Rusty versus Clark. And what it is that it's not National Lampoons like it was in '83 with John Hughes and Harold Ramis. But it's Rusty. He wants to take his family to Wally World. But in the true Griswold fashion, what can go wrong will go wrong. It came out on the 29th, but...
Oh, that's right. It came out last night, or yesterday, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It stars Ed Helms, who is a very funny person, and his wife is Christina Applegate. I haven't seen it yet, but it's not getting too great of reviews, and which doesn't surprise me, especially when you try and do a reboot or, I guess, reimagining of it, because it's not really a reboot. And they even make jokes about the original Vacation movie as well. Like there's a line where Ed Helms actually says, I think this vacation will actually stand on its own merit. So,
okay, so how many people from the original Vacation series of movies are back? I know that was one thing that they did in the original Vacation movies, is that Rusty and Audrey were always played by a different person. So I'm really not looking for them to be back, but I mean, Chevy Chase is back. How about anybody else back in this movie?
Beverly D'Angelo will be back as well. So those are pretty much the only two that you need. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if there was a Cousin Eddie sighting.
I was going to wonder if Cousin Eddie would be in it. I love his line from Christmas Vacation. That right there, Clark, is what you call your RV.
Exactly.
So, okay.
So, but I don't expect it to be anything mind-shattering or anything like that.
Okay, so you haven't actually seen any of the three movies that let's see, Wet Hot American Summer. Wet Hot American Summer, First Day of Camp, and that's a Netflix product, right?
Yes.
Okay, then coming to the theaters today, then we have Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and that stars Tom Cruise. And then finally, it came out yesterday, but that is the new Vacation movie, simply titled Vacation, which is kind of an extension of the old original Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Cousin Eddie movie, correct?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, you let us know when you see some of these, so if we need to really go see them, and because I know you're not a big Tom Cruise fan, and you're not real hoopty on the Vacation movie, but you kind of like the Wet American Hot Summer, First Day of Camp.
Well, I probably will be binge watching that on Netflix, because it's 8 episodes, and I think each episode is only 30 minutes long. So you can breeze right through it. You want to kill a weekend, boys and girls, watch that.
All right. Okay. All right, Adam, go out and have a good weekend. Have a good start to next week, and we'll talk to you again next Friday.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back after this.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. People are people around here. That's how it is.
You want to feel connected, at one with your world. Informed, included, and inspired. So no matter where you are, when important things happen, we're here at all hours, in the moment, on every screen in your life. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. We investigate and inform, give back to the community, build the local economy, even save lives. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. And unlike any other news source, we're here. 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 And here. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
And welcome back. Hey, it's Friday. It's the end of the week, so we got a lot of things to look forward to. Hey, the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Kansas City Royals 5-2 last night after landing, and after they did that, they landed former Cy Young Award winner David Price in a deal with Detroit. Now, the Royals take on the Toronto Blue Jays again tonight, and this is when Johnny Cueto for the Royals will make his debut. So that'll be kind of fun to watch. They just picked him up. A lot of free agency stuff going on in baseball, or not free agency. Trade deadline is today at 4 o'clock, so that could get interesting. Hey, let's take a quick look at your weather. Currently, it is 76 degrees outside. Relative humidity still sticky and thick, 86%. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 3, and the barometric pressure is pretty much still steady. Looking at our 7-day forecast, as you can see, we do have that 20% chance of showers hanging around. It is raining down on the Oklahoma line. Highs are going to be pretty much in the 80s all the way across into the 90s for next week. Hey, you want to see us on a regular basis? Call your local cable provider and see what he can do. See you Monday.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Are you tired of worrying about going over your cell phone data cap? Tired of surprise bills and text messages asking for more money? Stop the insanity. Switch to unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. Switching is easy. Come in today and see for yourself. For a limited time, get free activation, up to $200 per line bill credit, and save on the latest smartphones. See how much you can save with unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. See store for details.
Hi, Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs weekdays at noon right here on TV23. We talk about news, we talk about sports, we talk about weather, we're even going to talk entertainment. We'll have live guests right here on set with me. So, every day at noon, tune in, High Plains Today. We'll see you then.
Weekdays here on TV23.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Something I feel when I'm right here.